Hello and welcome. So tonight we are yet again here to watch Blood Bowl and draw numbers, and it's probably at least my sacred favorite show of the year. We just did the favorite show, and I think it might be the same for you, Phil.
Yep, that's one of my all. This is where I all started really with my admin stuff.
Yeah. So I think we are concerned of how many ball jokes there will be tonight, but we'll try to keep it limited and I was going to say at a high level, but I was just thinking that that's probably not succeed. So, just to sort of introduce for those who are new to this and what's going to be looking at here in a second is the FA card draw. There is some fixtures, and to know who gets to play who, we have this lovely spreadsheet that I have spent way much more time on building than I care to admit. But hopefully, it should work this time. So, the way that it works is everyone who is signed up. We have a lot of people who's been wanting to take part, which is amazing. Of those, we have the previous season winner, auto-seated. Last season's runner-up, auto-seated. Last season's winner of the playoffs, also seeded. And if RTS had taken part, he would also have gotten automated seeded. So the top two of the two tournaments get an auto seed. Then we have the highest ranked of those who are going to get a bye, so they get a special seeding. And then we have everyone else. And what will happen here in a second is as these numbers start filling in, if this works now, it will automatically start filling them in here. You can see who gets to play who, which I think is probably the most exciting part of this exercise, I was going to say. And then we get to the definitely the most fun of part of this is Phil is going to be funneling his balls and shouting out numbers and numbers for us so that we have all that right. So it seems that we have, just double checking here, still on the show. Perfect. Good.
So
So
just FYI, my camera went off. So my camera is currently now off on the stream.
yeah,
So you can't see my balls.
no. Oh, that is because whenever I go out of Discord, it tells me that how do I sort that again? We did had some problem last time.
We have had this problem before, yeah.
Yeah, it's because when the Discord isn't on in focus, the window, it goes, well, then I don't need to stream, and it turns off the stream, and it's really that's not what we want. What if? Let's see if we can. No, don't do that, Windows. I didn't tell you to do that.
Today, Coach Noodle, Lord Gibby, and Polly. Hello, you three. Nice to see you for this this draw, live draw.
No, still does that. Anyone who knows how to make Discord autofocus at all times, because this is getting really, really annoying. Because otherwise, I will have to. Yeah, I don't know what I'll have to do actually here. Keep jumping back and forth to keep the stream live. Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Tell you
Cool.
what, just stay on your page, and if anybody doubts it, they can come into the
Oh, it's more to see it.
UKBBL Discord live show and the broadcast. They can see us.
So we will be
See us.
calling out the numbers from 4 to 19 to begin with, and we'll be starting drawing Senjo's number here in a second. So, with no further ado, we are ready to look at Phil's balls.
Okay. So it's very, very high tech, folks. We have a set of balls which get put into a plastic box, just like the professionals. And I just pull out one of them.
Perfect.
Okay, so the first one out is number 10.
Number 10. I'll put in number 10 here. So, he's getting a buy, of course. That's the perk of these high-seeded players.
Second one is number 7.
Number 7.
Number 12.
Number 12. So far, so good.
Number 18.
18. It's always interesting to see if the numbers that we have duplets of or missing. Like that.
Number 14.
Number 14. I think I have good news for you, Phil. You're not going to match with me in round 2.
Well, that's good. My team is not the force it was, unfortunately. Last season, I think, was a massive high point.
Yeah.
15.
15. I just saw Mathmas APOC deciding that a death super catcher needed to stay dead, so I think that's going to be a 8.
8.
Lucky star.
Next one is 17.
17. I think if my math is not completely wrong, I think that is the player I get to face in round 2.
16.
16. And that would be who Le Prout is going to be facing, I think. We'll double check it afterwards.
Uh, 9.
And 9. Oops. There we go.
5.
5. Concrete snap. Yep. Almost done with all the buys.
6.
6. So the reason why we're seeing these is that where they sort of end up in round 2 and 3 is sort of also important. So that's why they are being also randomized. 13. We have 2 left, I can see. Hopefully. 3 left. Good.
4.
4. There is a
I've
column.
got 2 left, and I've got 2 balls left in my box.
Yay!
19.
19.
So the last one, just so everyone can see it was there. Number 11.
Number 11. If I've done this right, this column that says check doesn't turn red. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Because if I just type in 11 again, it will not be happy. Cool.
Okay, so I need to take out now everything from 20 to 45, right?
Exactly. So these players will be getting a buy in the first round. And they will be facing off some of them. The Dragon Spain will be facing Little Wing. Ame will be facing you, Phil. And DK Max will be playing Fantas. That is some interesting but rough matchups.
I just got this right.
Yeah.
So balls 20 to 45 are now in my plastic box.
Perfect. We are starting with Coach Noodle.
Here we go then. 23. My
23.
fingers can get out of the way.
Yeah.
42.
42. How are the odds for those two matching up against each other from the start? So it's going to be Sack versus Noodles, Blackhawks versus Orc. That seems oddly familiar. 25.
25 is the next one.
Yeah.
33.
33.
$20.
20. Still a few gaps to be filled in. For sure.
41.
41. Almost the answer to the question and everything.
27.
27. That concerns me. Yeah?
37.
30. Yeah?
28.
28. So we have another match. It's going to be Dwarves versus Chaos Chosen, Lord Gibby versus Rigby. I think Lord,
24.
don't think Lord was too unhappy about that.
30.
30. The Beast.
22.
22. Not a long match. Corbear.
38.
38. Corbears, Amazons versus Orcs. Yeah. New fresh Amazons versus slightly seasoned Orcs. That's going to be rough.
35.
35. Lilith's Chaos. It's going to be against Dark Elves, the Beast.
45.
Yeah. 45. Just give it in there. Was that another match? Yes. Stubacus, Dark Elves versus Shucked Amazons. That's going to be an interesting match.
36.
36. Let's see by himself yet.
40.
40. Bushranger versus Orcs. Well, it's Worstner versus the Worsts, so it's gonna be fun. 21.
21.
Corn Knight. Solo for now.
34.
34. Jason. Think no. There's one bracket that is still open.
32.
32. So scrambling undead Mortax versus fresh Halflings. They had a rough first match, so that's gonna be uphill.
29.
29. It's one of our new players. Nurgle versus split season Nurgles. So it's gonna be fresh Nurgles versus 2 seasoned old Nurgle.
44.
44. Oh, sorry. Fosters. Where do you land? Fosters versus Corn. Griffin Wood versus Griffin Wood. Corn versus Necro. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
39.
39. That's the last open bracket.
43.
43. There's a lot of Orcs versus Black Orcs, I've noticed. That seems to be the pattern here.
Is there any reason why we're one short? Because I've got 2 left.
You got 2
You've got
left.
3. And I've pulled out every single ball.
That's probably me missing either typing or something. 26.
26.
But the lucky thing is there will be one number left, so whatever that number is, it's going to be Polly's.
I can never do this perfectly. 31.
31.
One day we'll get this completely right.
Let's not jinx this. What will that be? That will be 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 41. That's... Yeah. Then we have them all. We have all the pairing.
Indeed.
We do.
Shall we look at the first round then, just while we're here?
Yeah, definitely. So in the first round, we're gonna have Amazons versus Subaka's Dark Elves.
That'd be a great game. I think that one. That would
Oh
be
yeah.
that's already a highlight for me.
Oh yeah.
That game.
I
If
think
I was to choose a game to stream, that would be a candidate.
definitely. Also because it's two races that are enough different that it will be very interesting to see how that game will pan out. And they are both also in hills, which means that they are at least have some skills, some core skills to make teams work. Probably a APOC stuff like that. So it should definitely be an interesting match.
Fancy the. I'm going to call Amazon win on that one. I think. Just.
I think
Just.
I think just I'm gonna go Dark Elves. I think many of the perks of being Amazons is not gonna work so well against the Dark Elves. But we'll see. We'll see. Then Cornite with his Corn versus Foster's Necro Fresh teams, more or less.
So the Corn is not a fresh team. They would have been in the conference last season.
Oh.
So this is a developed Corn team against a fresh Necro team.
Yeah. Okay.
So that does
tilts.
change it slightly.
Yeah.
Depends, I think, how Foster's can manage the lack of skills probably on the Wolves. However many he took.
Might also be some inducements there then.
Yeah. And the same is true for the next tie, which is Sminty Shambling Undead against the Stat BB, the Wood Elves. So the Shambling Undead are I think they're a one season team. Oh yeah, because they're tier 3, and then you've got obviously a fresh Wood Elves.
Yeah, I think though Wood Elves are probably one of those teams that can more easily survive being a fresh team in the sense that they are they of course benefit from more upgrades and stuff like that, but they actually work from out of the box.
Yeah. So I don't know. We don't know anything about the Stat BB as a coach yet.
No.
And I mean, on races, I'd pick Wood Elves based on given I know Sminties and I don't know the Stat BB.
Yeah.
I'd pick Sminties. Yeah. So might be quite an even match, I suspect.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Mathimus just lost his star catcher, for those who are not aware. The APOC decided that was the correct answer to re-rolling it.
Always been all been there, I think.
Yeah. A Black Orc versus Orc.
That's going to be a bit of a slog, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. I think though, with the Orcs, the normal Orcs, green Orcs, from Hells and the other one being from Altdorf, I think that might put the game in that favor.
I think if it was the other way round, I think the Black Orcs have got more going for them, but I think Black Orcs against developed Orcs, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, especially because it's most likely going to include at least one guard, right, and at least one mighty blow, and that I think got tilt. Then we have All World Alliance, Rufus versus Polly Dark Elves from Mod. That's going to be, I think, also fairly interesting.
That's interesting. Did Polly put their moot conference side in rather than their league side? That's interesting.
Yeah, I was also a bit surprised. And if it turns out, I am. That's what they put in chat, so I'm assuming for the sign up. So that's what I'm assuming. But if I misunderstood, then we'll just fix that.
Well, I'd say we all allow those conference sides that have played as second teams.
Yeah,
they can be the team that you re-roll into. So Polly could be playing the. Tell you what, I'll get some practice with them, extra practice with them. They'll replace whatever I'm playing at the end of this season. Perhaps that's the way that they're looking at it. I don't know.
Could be. Could well be. So Orcs, Worstness Orcs versus the Wursts. That's gonna be Halflings are the worst. I know it's the team name of Bushrangers Halflings. So
Say like stunty teams are always really dangerous. It just kind of depends on kind of how the first 5 or 6 turns go. I think
yeah,
if the Orcs get on a hot streak and they kill everything that they hit,
yeah,
it'll be one-way traffic. If the Halflings can get the right inducements and things, they could give the Orcs a really good game.
I was going to say usually halfling matches comes down to like the first 10 punches you do versus the halfling versus the first 3 fouls and what the trees do, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I was going to say no one should ever count out a halfling team, but it's also not the reliable of teams either. So it's really a toss of a coin, right?
To say like I put in the general chat. I'm off to the UKTC in Leeds this weekend. I do not want to see Stunty game 1. Just
No.
don't want to see him because
I,
they have the potential to be completely unbeatable.
yeah, I had a game in mod actually yesterday with Black Elves versus Halflings, and of course the Halflings first of all ate all the rerolls, and then it was just like, yep, fouling on my pieces, no dodge to protect me yet or anything. Oh, that's pretty rough. But yeah, Ironclaws humans versus Daswell orcs, both from Phallic Hells, so they should be fairly equally developed. Should actually also be a fairly interesting match.
Indeed, I've just seen Lord Gibby's also off to the UKTC.
Yeah.
Please let me know what team you're playing on, and please make sure you know where we are because we'll probably go for a drink at the end of day 1. So, whatever is your tipple, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Yeah, so humans against orcs is like that's the season 1 box, right?
It's a classic matchup.
It is a classic matchup. I mean, I prefer humans, and I think the coaches are also quite evenly matched. I think from what I remember, the levels that they're playing at,
Yeah.
I think is where. Oh, good, he's Scottish, so we drink. Oh, good. Oh, so Doug must have picked you up, Lord Gibby, at the Scottish Open. I reckon that's where we've picked you up from. So yeah, cool.
But you have an
I did
opponent.
play.
I think it's for round 2.
Yeah. I was going to say it. Sorry, they're massively going off thing, but we are. It does say draw and chat.
Yeah.
So I did get to play Team Scotland last season with my ragtag band of Norwich-based blood ballers, and we managed to hold Team Scotland to a draw, which was really entertaining. Well, for us, it wasn't for them because they were, Team Scotland obviously want to win. We were there to have a good time, and my pro elves basically completely diced the Slan that I was playing against.
Oh.
The humans that my mate was playing got a draw against vampires, which was quite nice. And then I think there was another draw between Old World Alliance and something else. But yes, Mathimus, you do get a chance to play me.
Yeah. So no.
It's because you're too good, Bombadil. I think
Exactly.
is that you get a buy. You're too good.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of time to figure out who is the highest standings from last season, and they get the seeding. So that's. So the problem is it's not this season's division and not this season's points. It's last season's divisions and points. So that's why this is the current and this is the new the old ones and the old points. That's why it takes has to do some digging. But yeah, just you can figure that out. But yeah, you get to play the winner of Chuck's Dread and Stu Bagger. So it's gonna be should be interesting.
Nurgloth, that's going to be a bit of a slog, that one as well. Just having a little look. And obviously Dwarf against Chaos Chosen. I mean, obviously, the Chosen are well developed. The Dwarves will be developed. And yeah, you get to play Nurgle, Blitzy. Nurgle versus Nurgle.
Yeah. But at least you get to have it that it's fresh Nurgles versus
I can
season.
predict one of two results in that game. It's going to be 0-0 or 1-0, isn't it?
Well, I think in all fairness, 3 halves of and still being 0-0, I think it's really unlikely. We have to consider that now we in the friendlies because we have the third half and kick-off option.
Well, I will say, Blitzy, if you do score 2, you'll be doing well because yeah, Technic, who I want to call Bane because that's what Bane182, which was what his username was back on Blood Bowl 2.
Yeah.
Got a very good 2-0 win. He managed to score 2, which I'm impressed with. I can't score with Nurgle, so anyone who scores is a god in my view. Yeah, the Beast. So that's Dark Elves versus Chaos Chosen.
Yeah. Should be
Depends
interesting.
kind of how. Yeah, I think that one might be close. Good luck with your match day 1, and I'll see you tomorrow, Lord Gibby, or on Saturday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Then the Daz against Jason. So Jason's swapping his halflings
For
for
Norse.
Norse, which again you can play unless you are fully committed to the project. Halfling at any stunty side is like a one or 2 season. I think Jason played them for 2. I want to say played them for 2. Might have just played them for 1, but actually gone to something that again has similarly sucky armor when you need it to.
But let's also be fair. Like even though they get removed, I think actually is a smart transition in the sense that if you're coming from halflings, right, you're getting one more strength, you're getting block, you are not gonna suffer the same attrition, but you're not gonna be crying the same way as if you were playing Dark Elves and going into Norse where like removals are just that much more frequent, right? So I think in
Yeah,
that sense,
that's quite an interesting matchup, and I think it might depend on how both their match day 1s go, and what build Jason went
oh yeah,
for the start. If he's taking a Yeti, I might be concerned if I'm the Hawks. Yeah.
yeah, but since they're both fresh teams compared to what Blitzy say, I think there's going to be very limited on how many skills they have at this point, right? But yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, Blitty is right. Going back to the Nurgle one. So the Nurgle team's developed, just not as developed as Blitzy's one. So yeah. Will still be a bit of a slog though. That game.
Yeah.
Still be a bit of a slog. And then obviously you got the halflings. And then against the undead. Again, don't know a lot against about Toxic
I think
Axolotl.
I think he said it was he's played about 20 games of Blood Bowl. So I would say
Throwing
for
himself in the deep end. Fair play to him.
definitely, and I would say for someone only playing that many games, they play really well for playing that number of games. It's not a
Wonder
given,
whether there's
but it's also a fairly fresh coach.
I wonder whether there's like other game systems he's played which has some similarities, and so therefore he's taken some things that he's learned from that perhaps and then just applied to this. And then obviously we've got 3 ties for round 2 already picked out.
Yeah.
Good luck DK Max is all I'll say.
I will
That
put
undead team is nasty. That is
yeah.
really nasty. And I think actually I'm gonna Fantas is my top coach who is good enough to have won a UKBBL title but just never has.
Yeah.
how he's not got a UKBBL title yet, I have no idea.
No, I think with the level that his school is at now and his two mummies or what their level are, I think definitely like it should be this season, right? Like that's because next season already the fees from the redrafts is going to start being an issue, and but I think Fanta's team right now is probably the strongest it's ever going to be.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like, how long do you keep? It will be interesting how long he keeps certain players, because you could make an argument that you could cut, both mummies and always have them as rookie,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the mummies will just do what they're
I
meant
think
to,
I
which
think
is
I think he's definitely gonna
fill
keep
space.
both his mummies and the ghoul for next season. But the bigger problem is then if you're doing that something, if you're keeping, and that goes for any team, like if you're keeping 3 players for the second season, right? Then keeping 4 or 5 other players also for next season is not an option, and that means that yes, you are keeping those 3 key players, but you're not keeping a lot of the other. So you get a much, how to say, slimmer roster in that sense. Whereas right now he was also able to keep, I think, the 2 blitzers, weeks, and another ghoul, right? But that's not going to be. It's going to be really an expensive option at least next season, right? To keep that many players for 2 seasons. So
The redraft's going to be very interesting.
yeah.
And then you've got, I think, possibly a matchup that Little Wing would probably not have wanted, which is Dragonsbane's Necro and his dwarfs. I think you had that at the top of the stream. I
Yeah.
don't think it's there anymore. But I think you had Little Wing's game against Ugnash being played. Looked like the door was getting slapped about a bit.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be a nice matchup for the dwarves if the wolves get going.
No, though Dragonsbane, I just watched before the stream started that he also had a match where his horror, necromantic horrors got a little bit of a banged up, to say the least. So they're also not exactly the best. I think one of the flash golems lost a armor value and makes next game, and I think actually one of the wraiths also got a match next game. So that
Feels like something you keep, but you'll probably fire at the end of the season.
yeah,
Unless, of course, it does die throughout the season. But I'd be keeping an armor busted golem probably.
yeah. Especially also because it has blocking guard, so it's like it's if it had less, I would be more inclined to say let's just swap it now. Whether it's sort of like it's still functional. It's banged up, but it's functional.
Yeah. Obviously, then got the humans against the dark elves, which were kind of, well, my team's kind of bereft of skills outside block and dodge and wrestle and dodge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Mathimus's team is like at the moment. I haven't had a
Well,
look.
I would say if we had talked about this before his loss of his catcher, I would say he was a team that was in a pretty good spot. Losing that touchdown catcher definitely is a blow. Definitely, yeah. That fucking sucks, man.
Should be a good game though.
Yeah,
Should be a good game. Lots of good ties there.
yeah. But yeah, I will put this up, and you can see down here for those who are really curious what matches that goes into what brackets down here. So, for example, for match day 3, the winner of Dragonbane and Little Wing will be for match day 1. So they will be meeting either Labrut or Toxic or Mortok. And then you can sort of fill out the rest of the gap and see who you are going to play for the rest of the season. I might post a version of this with the names seeding downwards, but I've done a lot of behind the scenes to make this work the way that it is now. I'm not sure how easy that will be. On the other hand, it's much easier to add, at least in my end, results for matches, because it's both doing the colors and seeding and everything downwards. So assuming those wins, of course. But yeah. Cool. Then yeah, you have it, boys and girls. Definitely gonna be an interesting season. Definitely some matches to look forward. I definitely think, like you said, like the Chuck Dredd versus Chewbacca. I think it's definitely gonna be very interesting. I think also the Snurgle versus Snurgle is gonna have a certain, let's say, a certain intrigue in itself, in a very different way.
Well, I've got some painting to go and do.
Have you not finished painting for tomorrow?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I've got a single lineman who needs, I think it's basically details at this point, and then the shading.
Okay.
But the like, a lot of it is done. I've like the big areas are done, but I've got to finish it off. Otherwise, it'll be mildly embarrassing if I turned up with it not painted.
Yeah, I think I had at one point I had like 60 something skeletons that I had to pay for the next day. Going to a tournament.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
They were painted. They were painted acceptable, not decent. Acceptable.
But the thing is I've never done Dark Elves without its runner and 12 players.
Yeah.
So I'm short a lineman.
Yeah.
But helpful though that my league team actually is needing an extra lineman, so it does fill two purposes, which is quite nice.
That was nice. Cool. Then we will send you all off. We will break you to somewhere and take care of that. And then best of luck to all of you. And may enough be kind. Bye for this time.
Bye.